everything is free with free Copilot. So why should I buy paid Copilot, which is the Microsoft 365 Copilot? So why should I pay money for this product? Copilot is free. But when it comes to organization data, every organization have some kind of data. As a part of Microsoft ecosystem, you have your emails, your team meetings, you have Word files, Excel file, PowerPoint files, lot of information your tenant. When I say tenant means your organization. So emails, team meetings, all the documents, SharePoint, everything is part of your tenant. Technically, all this information is known as Microsoft Graph. So whenever you have this license, Microsoft 365 Copilot license, which is the paid one, you have to pay roughly 30 USD per user per month for this. In that case, you will see work tab over here. It means from your logged in account, you can access your graph, Microsoft Graph. Like for example, what communication happened in last 1 week with, if I go, this is a fictitious company. If I go to my system to find all the files, all the email, all the meetings, it may take me many hours to find all the emails, meetings, notes. But with the help of paid Copilot. Why paid Copilot? Because I want to fetch information from my organization, my graph, email scattered, Teams meeting. So last 1 week. Please show me in tabular manner. Okay. So this time information is not coming from web. It's coming from my organization data. And also in free Copilot, you have some limits. At time of high peak load, it may not respond, but paid Copilot is always responsive. You can notice that it is able to scan my emails, my meetings, my documents. So it's going to save me time. So probably I'll spend whole day in finding many things, but here people, discussion, everything coming so fast with me. Fine. So how is beneficial? Access to graph plus faster performance. Even paid Copilot have many other features. Not only chat feature, when you use Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, you can use all these things as well. Like when you draft emails, let me show you first this one. Let me show you the Excel first. I believe many of you use Excel files. So when people know Excel, they learn how to make graphs, how to make charts, how to use formulas. I'm not a person who know Excel very well. I don't know how to make charts, how to make graphs, how to write formulas. So person like me can also do a lot of things in Excel with the help of Copilot. This is some dummy data that I have. See, to use Copilot in Microsoft Excel, Word, PowerPoint, Outlook, and Teams, you should have Microsoft 365 license. Sorry, Microsoft 365 Copilot license, 30 USD per user per month. There's some data with me in, and I say, okay, add column, commission. See, I'm typing in natural language. I can also speak out. So I microphone, allow. Please add a column commission, which is 20% of revenue. Okay. You notice that it able to understand my voice. So from natural language, whether I'm typing or I'm speaking, it able to respond back to me. Probably is creating a new column, commission is 20% of revenue. And notice that the column name is estimate revenue. Is able to understand when I say revenue is estimate revenue. Okay, so with is the formula. See the explanation of the formula. Insert column. See. So now we have a column commission which is 20% of the this thing. So see the power of the communication. A natural language command. Even I'm not sure how to write formulas, how to make new columns. With just natural language, we can achieve a lot of things. Okay. Some ultimate prompts we have. Show some insights. So I'm just showing one or two features. There are hundreds of features in every product. So insights. Also can give a lot of charts. So you can try out different features. To start with, there are some starter prompts. Fundamental is whatever comes to your mind. Talk to Copilot in natural language. Let me quickly go back to some other product like maybe MS Word. Copilot only if license is paid one. Hi, I am developer with experience of 1 year. I want to apply for job in enterprise level organization. Help me with a perfect resume. Keep it short. Okay. So feature that we have in Copilot chat is limited. Okay. We got the response like this. We can keep it or we can maybe modify. Okay. Can you add section for games, hobbies, etc. As I am good in chess. So talk to it like human and you get the response back. Fine. So not only this, when you're talking to Copilot, and you can also have reference to other files, like you have some file in Excel, you have some file in Word or PDF. You can also call in this applications to talk further. Or if you have longer document, maybe a document is 50 pages, 60 pages, you can't spend 2 hours, 3 hours to study document. You can summarize big documents. So all this happening with the help of Copilot. As time have limitations, so I'm just showing one or two features of every product, not going to depth, but you should try a lot of features. Similarly, we have features in the team meetings when we can, during meeting, you can talk to Copilot. What type of question should I ask to other participants? After meeting, you can see a summary of the meeting. You can see the sentiment of meeting and what are the follow-up points. Everything's possible with the help of Copilot in Teams. And JRS will share some links with you, and you can refer some videos or some documents for Microsoft to get into this one. And this is also about Power Apps. Let me quickly show you some two example in the Power Apps. Okay, it's a Power App. So the philosophy behind Power App is no code, low code. Power App came to market from 6-7 years ago. Before that, we used to work on C++, C#, Visual Studio. So every application development was around the coding, around developers. The Power App came with the concept of no code, low code. So if you're not coder, you can develop Power Apps. But still, developing a Power App, you should know Power App features, menu, and commands. Let's assume I'm not sure how to make tables, how to make relationship, how to make controls, how to make forms. Simply, I want an app for student management, the school, up to, sorry, 10th standard. Keep it simple. So it is just natural language, no coding, even not aware of the features of forms, tables. Let me try this thing. So although this Copilot as of now cannot make the full Power Apps like a Power App developer, but at least it gives us a good starting point to start with. So you're not starting from zero, you're starting from somewhere middle. So it's going to save your time, going to save your energy, and ultimately increase your productivity. It will take a couple of minutes. So you can see how Copilot is working based on your prompt. So based on the response, you can modify things or you can consume as it is. Okay, you can see the on left side, so getting some tables, some forms. Let's say looks good. In background, creating tables, forms, relationships, everything for me, which is modifiable after the first attempt. It's good. You can take new table. You can also refer table from new Dataverse. I'm sure who work on Power Apps, they understand how good it is to just give a prompt and getting everything ready in few minutes. So you can modify if required. Similarly, if we go to Power Automate, so if you go in Power Automate, you have to design from their designer, drag and drop different kind of items. Let's start. I want sorry. Choose this one, anyone. One second. Okay. So whatever prompt in your mind, description in mind, type here or choose any one from this place. So what is doing? It's creating a starting point for Power Automate. I'm again saying it's not able to create as of now full flow for you. For understanding of full flow, you have to have some knowledge of Power Automate, but at least it's able to create some point, starting point for you. Can add more details or modify. Also send notification on Teams channel. So talking to product and it's getting done for you. So I'm sure it's going to save time for many. And good thing is for, like I mentioned that for Microsoft 365 Copilot, you have to pay some money to Microsoft to use in Excel, Word, PowerPoint. But in Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Pages, this is part of your license. If you already have this product, you have these features free of the cost. Keep it and continue. Hit flow. So far we discussed about Copilot, Microsoft 365 Copilot, Copilot available in Power Apps, also in Business Central, sales, marketing. Copilot is almost everywhere. But all these are Copilots made by Microsoft. So Microsoft Copilot, Microsoft 365 Copilot, Power Apps Copilot, Dynamics Copilot are the first party Copilots. Means developed by Microsoft and you are using them. But what about if you want to make your agents, your Copilots? So in industry, in Microsoft industry, when you say Microsoft agent or Microsoft custom Copilot, it means same thing. So I'll show you a small example how to make your own agent, how to make your own Copilot. For example, I have this product, Copilot Studio, and I say I want an agent or guidance on Microsoft certifications. Okay, very simple one. Natural language prompt. So this product is Copilot Studio. So Power Virtual Agent. Power Virtual Agent is a product which used to used by people in last 6-7 years. From last 2 years, PVA, Power Virtual Agent, is known as Copilot Studio. So based on my prompt, starting some agent creation. Okay, like say MS Learn certifications. That's this one portal. Okay, let's say, okay, I keep it simple. Make sure to wish users it's mine. Some startup prompts already made without any coding, without knowledge of the development or PVA. It's a create. Can ask more questions. So this agent can respond from anywhere. But what I want when a user asks question, response should not come from the anywhere in the web. I want to find my own source. It may be my company address, it can be my portal. So as of now, I'm using the portal of Microsoft under knowledge, public website. I can give, but I can add my own company website, my own SharePoint portal, my own Word Excel files. So I can put into knowledge, and this custom agent which is this custom agent will respond to my customer on my data. You must be heard about RAG or custom agents, custom copilots, or Copilot Studio agents, the same thing. Certification agent. You are an agent to help users on certification. See, for generative AI, it's very important to describe what you want. Your description, your instructions play critical role in getting answer from the LLM. Let me save it first quickly. Lot more things. We can talk for 5 days for the studio, but as of now, we only have 5 minutes. So this is our agent ready. Hi. I need help on Dynamics certifications. So preferably, first of all, go to portal of the MSLAN, which we have given. Fine. So Copilot is spanning everywhere from Microsoft 365 to Dynamics, Power Platform to be used by end users, and to develop Copilots, we have to use Copilot Studio. So time is running out. I'm stopping my screen share now, but I'll be happy to answer your questions. Please mention chat window, or you can drop me email. And
Yes. Hi, everyone. If you have any questions for Niraj, feel free to chat them, or maybe a quick voiceover can be also, if you're open now, right now, feel free to ask before we move on to Power Apps. Anyone? I guess Niraj, thank you very much for sharing about Copilot, right? And again, correcting the misnomer that Copilot is only a separate thing, but it's already actually inside all of Microsoft's product, right? Not only in Power Apps, not only in Edge, but also in all other products of Microsoft.
yes, and Copilot have great future. So great future. So try to imbibe the power of this. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thank you, everyone. So now we move on to the next. We have, let me share my screen. Again, thank you again, Niraj, for an overview of Copilot. And now we move on to Power Apps. And for Power Apps, we have Mr. Lucky, who brings his experience to us with more than 10 years of doing technology, working on the technology space, with experience in business, in streamlining business operations, automation of processes, and of course, innovation of all this to have faster low-code solutions. Lucky, are you there?
Yeah, hi Lester. Good
Hello,
afternoon.
Lucky. Yeah, good afternoon. So the floor is yours. Take it away.
Thank you so much. Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening. So let's start the session. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, we can see it now.
Okay, so as Lester has already introduced me and you have gone through an amazing session for Copilot, let's talk about now the Microsoft Power Platform. So Microsoft Power Platform is basically a suite of multiple tools or products which can be integrated with any of their current products. Basically, Microsoft has created an umbrella where there are multiple products called the ERPs or Office 365, Office Suites, or any other products. So they have so much of different products, but doing the integration between them require the core coding capabilities. Like if I have ERP of Business Central and I want to do some collaboration with Excel or something, I must have to write some codes to integrate with that. So to reduce these dependencies on the core coding, Microsoft introduced a Power Platform where everything can be connected using the connectors. Microsoft has provided so many connectors to connect the third-party applications as well as their internal applications. So this is all about the Power Platform is. Now Power Platform have different tools like Power BI, Power Apps, Power Pages, Power Automate, and Copilot Studio. I'll talk about each overview and then we'll go to the Power Apps. So Power BI is basically a tool where you can use it to analyze the data in a graphical way, basically, because visualizing the data by the row and columns is not that much easy to identify the things. For the management people, always the insights are matters. I'll just give you an example how a Power BI dashboard looks like. So this is how an example of an education enrollment dashboard, basically a university or a campus where the admin can see how many total students they have, how many active students they have, and they can also interact with this dashboard by filtering some based on any academic session or based on any particular course. I can just see this course of students, also the geographical, how which countries the number of students are. So this is how a Power BI dashboards looks like, and you can use the Power BI tool for your organizations and something. Now comes to the Power App. Why Microsoft introduced the Power App concept? In every ERP, whenever any organization uses an ERP or any product, they obviously use a mobile app to optimize the licenses, optimize the you can say the operations, because there are certain users who can't use the laptop or computer, so they want the mobile, the process on mobile. So earlier people used to implement Android apps, iOS apps, or the web applications. So these all are not dependent on Microsoft platform, or they are the external tools. So always the organization suffers the partner dependency on that. So Microsoft brings an idea of Power Apps where everything will be in their own domain and own suite, and the organization will not need to be dependent on the partner or any third party. So the Power App is basically that. And also they have reduced the hard work of building an app. If you are comparing this, let's say you build an Android app for a student management, it will take so many months to develop that by using the core Java and all these things. But by using Power Apps, maybe within a week you can develop that. I'll just show you that example as well. We have built some Power Apps. So Power App has two types. One is Canvas app and one is model driven. Basically Canvas have you have all the rights, all the functionality features where you can build a app from the scratch. You can design it from the scratch, you can build the solution. But in the model driven, as the name it is model driven, it is a data driven app. You just need to provide data and data linking, and it will just shape it is. I'll show you the example for both of them. And the Power Pages is basically for the websites or the external portals. Like if you have seen many people develop the customer portal, vendor portals, student portals, and different portals. So where you need to rely on again the React JS and all other technologies. Now Microsoft has given it into the Power Platform as well. So we can develop the customer portal, vendor portal, custom websites with using the Power Pages. And the Power Automate, the most important and feature that currently many of the people are using, the Power BI, Power Apps, and Power Automate. Power Automate is basically to automate your task. Any task that you are doing repeatedly or by using your system or by manually, you can just automate them. For example, like you are getting an email, you're getting inquiry on email, and you want that inquiry should basically automatically comes into your ERP. So how you can do that? By using the Power Automate. So your manual work will be, reduced. And the Copilot Studio, basically it was earlier known as Power Virtual Agents. You can create your custom chatbots, or you can also create some Copilot agents, as Neeraj sir also just demonstrate earlier. And within all these things, we also have AI capabilities for AI Builder. Basically, AI Builder gives more boost to this Power Platform by adding AI capabilities, LLM, and suppose the OCR thing. You want something to be scanned by your mobile app, and all the data should be fed in your ERP. You can do it by AI Builder. So this is all about how the Power Platform is, what the Power Platform is, and in your organization, you can also use these tools. And any IT person who is little bit smart enough, who don't need to have the coding capabilities, can build these solutions based on that. I'll just show you some of our solutions that we have built on Power Apps. So this is basically a sales order management app. Basically, you can just give it to your sales team, who only enters the order and send for approval. After approving, it will go to your ERP. So this looks like a little bit of business central kind of things. We have just tried to give it a coloring based on that. So here you can see I have opened a sales order. I can see the header details. I can also add new items from here, and any of these multiple items will be visible here like this. You can add the comment section, you can modify the quantities and thing. And once everything is done, you can send it to approval. Here it is. So you can see the orders in the pending approval list. Obviously, the approval will be able to see these lists. So he will be able to reject or approve and add the comments as per their needs. So this is how this is a very simple and small example of our Power App. We have also, created some CRM. I'll just show you that directly. For one of our customer, we have provided the CRM in Power Apps because we have to reduce the licensing cost for ERPs. Either it is Business Central, FNO, or any other Microsoft ERP, right? LS Central, LS Retail, whatever. So we have this CRM app where you can, your salesperson can create contacts, and they can create the opportunities. By using the opportunities, they can update the cycles and stages of the opportunities, and obviously after that they can create the sales quote. So this is how we have developed. Now I'll just show you the difference of two Power Apps. Like this is the Canvas app where we have built it from the scratch, and one is for model driven. This is how a model driven app looks like. It is a kind of CRM if you have used it, Microsoft CRM or FNO if you have used. It is a kind of that. We have just stored the data in Dataverse. Dataverse is basically a tool where Power App is used to store their data like a SQL. If you use any on-premise ERP or something, you store your database in SQL, right? Here in everything is stored in Dataverse, and it is optional to store the data in Dataverse. You can also use your SQL on-premise server, or you can real-time basis, you can integrate it with OData URLs. So here you can see we have the accounts, contacts, and opportunities. The limitation is in the model driven, we cannot design the pages here. We can, but we need core coding capabilities to do that by using React, .NET, and all these things. But if you don't want to involve in that, you can just put your data and relationship here, and it will just create the views automatically. It is faster to build as compared to Canvas, because Canvas you will have to design each and everything by scratch. So this is how the model driven and Canvas app looks like. As already Neeraj sir already told you how you can develop the Power Apps easily with the Copilot. You can just, I'll also give you an example. Suppose you want to develop an app for your company to, track the inventories. I want inventory tracking solution. So the Copilot will basically design and develop everything for you. Obviously, not everything. He will just guide you, and most of the 90 to 80 to 85% work he will done. And you will just need to modify this or add some more features that you want. Here the plan is that the requirement assumes warehouse staff it will be needed. It will give you the flow chart, And if everything looks good, it will create the data models, like how many tables it will going to be used. The data models, whatever it is being created here, is basically in the dataverse that I talk about. All the data will be stored in dataverse. Basically, the purpose of dataverse is also one more thing. Like if you have multiple applications like SAP, Salesforce, Business Central, FNO, many organizations uses different products or their custom apps as well, and they want to create some centralized database management system or something to create reporting. You can just integrate all of them with this dataverse and bring the data here, only that data that you need to be part of that particular reporting. So it will also improve the security of your data. It will also, improve the reliability and your everything. So this is how the Copilot in Power App works, as you have already seen with Neeraj sir. So as in the Power Automate as well, we have developed some solutions for our customers. Power Automate, I already told you, we have the AI builder in the Power Automate, where I have told you the LLM is introduced. By using the AI builder, we can obviously create some our custom AI models as well, and we can use their pre-built models. For an example, that OCR example, or you have some data like for a student management, I have developed something. You have the history of the students based on your previous academic years. The AI will predict how many students are going to be pass, how many students will going to be fail, based on an average scenario. By using this, we have AI models here. See, there are some pre-built templates for the AI data. We can also train our own AI models. We can create new models. Suppose we are creating an OCR model. We need to provide some templates invoices that we have, so that it can identify which different kind of layouts you receive. By using that, it will identify and fetch the data and bring it to your ERP. So this is all about the things. Now, if you have any questions or concerns related to Power Apps, how you can start, and any current queries you have that you want to tackle with Power Platforms, you can ask me. I will suggest you how you can do this. So this is all about. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lucky. Please stay online. Let's
Yeah,
wait a bit for any questions from the audience. Thank you very much also for making it so quick so that we can keep it within our time frame.
yeah, that I remind.
Uh, yeah, yeah. Okay, so I guess I don't think we really have enough time to cover everything, right? We've just
Yeah, obviously.
practically covered the tip of the iceberg, both for Copilot and for Power Apps itself. But again, we will have a second session related to this, a follow-up session on this. And for those who have questions, feel free to ask them now while we have about 2 minutes before we finish this webinar altogether. All right. Okay. There's all right. Can you guys read that? Hi, all. Shabu here. I just had a question. How can Copilot help non-technical users quickly prototype apps that still meet business requirements without needing heavy IT involvement?
So,
Okay, go.
hi,
Niraj.
Suresh Babu. Yeah, thanks for asking question. So, as I mentioned that every software product, every application that we create is helping us in business. So ultimately, to develop complete application, you need some help from the developers or Power Apps guys. But as a starting point, you should be sure what you want. So I suggest you write a prompt, what you want, and prompt should not be 5, 6 words like me I've given in demonstration. Prompt should be 100 to 200 words. A prompt can be 100 words long because when you make a agent itself, it allow you 8,000 characters. So I suggest you whatever you want, whatever you don't want, give exact information in terms of prompt to Power Apps, or Microsoft Copilot, probably you get a good starting point. Again, I'm saying it not help you to develop complete app. Second thing, you also mentioned about heavy IT involvement. So these are the kind of restriction that you put. You can also add this question to this statement to prompts. So only the answer is write very big detailed prompt to Copilot and Power Apps, you get some answers. Key is the description. Key is the long prompt. Key is the descriptive prompt. Fine.
All right. Thank you, Niraj. One last question. I guess before we finish, one last question here, and the rest, some already sent through email also. But now let's have this. How is cost calculated, and what is the publishing process of Power App? I guess that's one last
Yes.
question for Lucky. Yeah.
So, Mr. Chirag, actually, the cost part is basically the licensing part. For the Power App, there are different licenses, like the Pro licenses or the team member licenses. So, based on that, the cost is basically just a part of the license, how many users they want to use. The Pro license basically covers unlimited apps, and for the unpro license, I'll just name it that I have having an Excel file here. There are premium license, pay as you go, and power app or per one app or either a website. In the premium, you don't have restriction on number of apps. You can create as many as apps with that particular user they can use. But there is also one option, power app pay as you go, where you will have to only pay for the time being whenever you are using that app. Basically, you have built an app, you are using for a month, and after a month you are not using it, you don't have to pay it. That's how it works. And for this license, this is basically for only one app. You purchase this license, you can only use that app, none other than that. So this is how the costing involves. If you are using some AI things here, then AI builder cost will be involved. That will be charged based on the per prompt, basically. That is very minimal. I'll just share you the commercials if you need. Okay, I hope I give you the answer.
Okay. Thank you for that response, Lucky. I hope again, I hope everyone we really have a limited time here, but don't worry, we will have a second session or a follow-up session for this one. And again, for those who haven't raised their questions, feel free to send them via email directly to JRS, and we'll be glad to, and happy to get back to you on and address all your concerns. By the way, another plug here. We will also be coming up with a an ERP webinar for Dynamics Business Central, and also a separate one for Dynamics Finance and Operations. So we'll keep you posted. Again, thank you everyone for participating in this webinar, and hope to see you all soon. Bye. Thank you again, Niraj, Lucky. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everyone.